Hey there, guys. Hope you're doing good. It's funny. I've almost not been looking forward to making a daily vlog today. I don't know why. I'm just kind of feeling just CBA. But on the other hand, I think it will fit in nicely to just talking about the topic of staying in contact with people, because there are times when I can kind of get into, I guess, a bit of a role with extroverting and being around people and enjoy it, and then out of nowhere I just want to disappear, and I'm just like gone completely. Like I would just leave and disappear, sometimes for ages, and then when it suits me, I'll get back in contact with people and be like, oh hey, do you want to go hang out? Do you want to go do something? Just completely out of the blue, and I don't kind of almost expect there to be any weird response on the other person's part, which is, pretty, I guess, shows you how a lack or an ability to kind of perceive maybe the effect that sometimes your actions can have on others. But it's this whole concept of being able to just almost drop friendships and move on quite easily, and I think it's a very INFJ thing. And the other day, actually, I called, and I didn't call, I sent a text to someone asking them if they wanted to have a chat in the evening, because there were some things on my mind and I thought it'd be good to talk to this person. And anyway, during the course of the day, I carried on thinking about certain things, and in the evening I'd almost kind of forgotten that I'd sent this text to this person. And then I realised I had actually said I'd call them at a certain time. And to be honest, I'd felt like I'd almost figured out what it was that I wanted to talk to them about. And then the whole thought of having to call this person and have a conversation which for me would kind of feel inauthentic, because I had already kind of found what it was within myself that I thought that maybe talking to them would help me with. So it would just have to be like a conversation for the sake of having a conversation. And the whole notion of doing that kind of made me feel like, too much effort would be involved. And so instead of actually just calling them, I think I turned my phone off and went to sleep. Which is a really shitty thing to do, especially if they were waiting for me to call them. I think I sent them a text saying, I tried to call but no answer, and then I turned my phone off and went to sleep, and but it's I'm really struggling today. I can't get my words out at all. Really, I've been in a strong research mode up until I made this video, so I'm not into talking or extroverting whatsoever. I've had my head in so much information, so this is going to come out really, really bad, and I apologise for that. But yeah, this whole thing with kind of using, the feeling that sometimes I need human interaction to help me process things, or just whatever. But and sometimes it's great, it's really, but there's this time when it's just like, okay, that's enough. I can cut the ties now. And it's really weird, because I look back on my life, and I look back when I was in primary school. In terms of friendship groups, I've always had I'd say 2 to 3 friends maximum that I would see regularly. Like throughout my entire life, I can remember it usually equates into having kind of two best friends. In primary school, I had two best friends, and in high school, I had two best friends. I would have kind of the friend group that those two best friends would have as well. So I would have kind of other friends, but in terms of kind of seeing people regularly, staying in contact with them, and you know, when you're a kid going over to other people's houses to play, it would always, pretty much always be two. And yeah, but the weird thing is, when I left primary school, I completely left these friends. Completely. I saw her maybe a couple of times afterwards, because I went to a different high school than they did. And then when I was in high school, and I made my other friends, which I saw a lot regularly over the whole time of high school, and we did a lot of things together. But when I left secondary education, and everyone went off in their own ways, but the friendship group that my friends were involved in as well all stayed together, and they still saw each other, and they still met up over the summer times and stuff. Where I didn't. I just kind of drifted off into my own way, into my own wherever I was, and I just lost contact with them. And the weird thing is, on my part, I didn't really have any sense of great loss towards this, because I was always kind of, doesn't matter, there'll be more to come in the future, and I'll meet more friends, and I'll make new friends, and that's okay. And also, I spend a lot of time with myself, and although there are times when that can become lonely, and I seek out human interaction, and it gives me a kind of a buzz, and I enjoy that, it only lasts for so long before I kind of feel like, everything that is involved in maintaining this relationship, or everything that is involved in maintaining this friendship, is quite a lot of work, and I can almost find a lot of the things in myself anyway that I need from this friendship, so I will kind of end up moving on. And to be honest, for me, kind of new friendships, it's almost like, when you first date someone for a while and there's that initial buzz, that electricity, that chemistry that is so addictive. To me, kind of making friendships is almost like that. I meet someone, talk to them, and say, oh my god, we have so much in common, this is great, let's organise a time to meet up again, let's stay in contact. And then over time, that just kind of fizzles out, and I guess where other people just maintain the contact and that friendship. I mean, I imagine this happens, this happens with other people as well, but I think it's very, very, I'm sure, as in INFJs, it seems to be something that is quite prevalent. It just feels like I move through the stages of a friendship very quickly, because I'm seeking people that I can make such an intense, deep connection with, that when I find those people and I make those connections and we kind of move through a friendship so quickly, and it's almost like, okay, I know everything about you now, so where do we go from here? I think it's why I actually quite enjoy it when I meet people that are really silly and very extroverty. I've been learning quite a lot about ENTPs recently, and ENTPs are almost kind of like, sometimes I feel like, my idealised version would be an ENTP, but it would exhaust me after a while. But I love the energy and the silliness and the of an ENTP. And it's almost like, I think INFJs need that, because it's not always about having to just zoom in on someone and kind of find whatever it is that you're looking for, and it's actually, you can just go on a wild ride for a bit and forget all of the deep stuff. And I think that is a nice counterbalance to sometimes the the search for this deep connection and wanting to understand everything about a person, which can almost exhaust a relationship quite quickly. You know, it's why when I get into a relationship, especially like a romantic relationship, it is intense to begin with, like crazy intense, and it's very fun and it's great. But then it's like it almost kind of burns out quite quickly, and as soon as like the other person is starting to, you know, look forward to kind of things like, you know, 1-year anniversaries and all this or whatnot, or 6-month anniversaries, it's like I'm starting to kind of be like, I think it's time to get out of here. So I don't know where that's going to leave me in terms of yeah, long-term relationships. We'll see. Yeah. Anyway, I need to go and eat something. It's 3:20 in the afternoon, and I've like eaten a flipping banana, and I'm feeling really low on energy. So I'm gonna go and chill out and relax and do that. But daily vlogs, gotta get them out there, eh?